So that just happened. Damn it, I gotta be honest. I was expecting a little bit more from what I got. First of all, I couldn't see anything for the first like half an hour or something. I was just wondering what the hell was happening. I wanted to change the settings on my TV, but I thought it was going to be a waste of time because I needed to, be changing stuff, and then I was going to be missing what was happening. But I was missing what was happening anyway because I couldn't see, it was just too damn dark. And then the fog came, and I understand why they did everything they did, like the fog and just everything being so dark because, budget and stuff. But I still wanted to see what was happening, and I understand that we needed to get that sense of dread, and we needed to feel kind of what our characters were feeling. But I wanted to see what was happening. I wanted to see what was going on because we were waiting for this battle for years because winter was coming, and now winter is over in one episode. I have to be honest, this one was my least favorite battle from all the series. Like every other battle was so much better. Maybe I had great expectations, but it was like the last battle, right? Like the battle against the Night King. And it was supposed to be this huge thing because, the Night King is just this great, powerful being, and then he can resuscitate the dead, even, like people that were just killed in that battle, he could just gain control of them pretty quickly, and it was supposed to be a very, very epic, and it was kind of, but I don't know, I just didn't like the way it was handled. When I started thinking about it, it was a very stupid decision to send the Dothraki on their own against an enemy they couldn't see. What was the thought process? I don't get it. Why send them on their own? Why charge against the dead? Like in my mind, they were going to wait for the death to attack because the castle was already protected and they were all already in formation. So why attack first? That's something that I just didn't get, and they lost all the Dothraki, well, pretty much every Dothraki in like 10 seconds. So that was a stupid move because now the dead had even more soldiers. So I didn't get that, and I believe that Daenerys and Jon, I'm still going to call him Jon because that's how I know him, and they were just like chilling, waiting. And I don't know, I felt that they could have done way more than that, and even just Daenerys wanted to start attacking the dead, and Jon was like, no, wait, the Night King is not even here yet. He was, and they could have seen that if they used their dragons, but they just, I don't know, they just didn't want to. And Daenerys was like, I don't care, the dead are already here. And I thought, thank you very much. And I don't know, like the dragons in this battle were pretty much useless. Like they helped a little bit, but by the time Daenerys was already firing at the dead, like everyone was already mixed. So I think she was killing dead people, she was killing her people, and I don't know, it was just this weird tactic. I don't know, it seemed like they didn't have a plan at all. Even though they already knew the enemy, they knew they were coming, they knew how strong they were, what they could do. It felt like everything was just in a rush. And for a while I got this sense of dread, like everyone is going to die. But at the same time, like I wasn't quite believing it. Like it wasn't a battle that was being taken seriously. A lot of people were dying, but they were mainly a lot of side characters, nameless characters, and just, extras. And I didn't feel like my main characters were at risk. A few of them died, obviously, but I never felt like, I was promised this huge battle. I was promised to get my heart broken, and that didn't happen. And I really did feel for a lot of characters that died, like Theon, it really hurt me, Lyanna, it really hurt me, and Jorah, but I was expecting more. I was really disappointed, especially because we kinda got our goodbyes in episode 2, And I don't know, I just thought it was going to play very differently. There were a few things that I like. I like that the Hound was just so scared. Like, he wasn't really that scared of the dead, but the moment the fire, started growing and everything, he just ran. He's like, no, I'm not having it. We're all going to die. I can't do anything. And he was just hiding. And then the eye patch guy, I can't remember his name, he was like, we need you need to come and help us. And the Hound was like, no way, I'm not helping, we're all just going to die, you're crazy. And then the eye patch guy is like, hey, like, you tell that to that girl. And they see Arya, and then the Hound is like, fuck this, I'm going to help her. Like, he was really scared for his life, but the moment he saw that Arya was in danger, he risked his life. And I thought that was emotional. I really love that. I really like Melisandre just coming to help, even when she knew that she was going to die. Like, she knew that, she told that to Varys, and I honestly also thought that Varys was going to die, because again, that's what the Red Woman said. She didn't say that they were going to die at that battle, but she did say that they both were going to die, and I thought they were going to die kind of at the same time, but they didn't. And the dragons, they were pretty much useless in the battle, and I hated that, because that's kind of what we were expecting. We were expecting to see them fight. We were expecting to see them fighting, like Daenerys and Jon fighting the other dragon, like the dead dragon now. And I couldn't see what the hell was happening. I couldn't see what was going on, and I couldn't see who was hurting who. And then one dragon was shooting fire at Daenerys, and Jon was like, just like, what is happening? Instead of like attacking the dragon, like, Jon pretty much did nothing this entire episode. Like, I don't know, it made me really anxious, because everything was happening on the ground, and they were trying to again fly and see what the hell was going on, but they couldn't. And in my mind, if you can't see and you can do anything above, then you go on the ground. And I thought it would have been like so much easier to just station your dragons on the ground and then start shooting fire at the undead, but they didn't. And there were a lot of answers that we just didn't get, and that was very underwhelming also, because again, we were expecting this for years. This was the battle, and of course there's the battle to regain or get the Iron Throne, but to me, yes, that is important, but the fantasy side now is over. Why the War Walkers, why the Night King was created, what was his purpose, and why did he start killing also the children of the forest, because they created the Night King, but then he at some point, he just didn't want to follow their orders anymore, and he was actively trying to kill them. So why that happened, what was his goal, that's just not going to be answered anymore, because I think that the next episode, it's just going to be them just figuring out how to kill Cersei now. And to me, the Night King, in my mind, was a greater danger, a greater villain than Cersei. And yes, like, she deserves to die, she's an awful person, and Cersei is human. Cersei is easier to kill, and again, just the throne isn't just that important anymore when you see like how many of your people have died. Just like it shows you that ruling really isn't that important if you can't keep your people safe. I would have done it differently. Obviously, they did a great job, and I'm not saying my way would have been better at all, but I really just didn't like the way it was handled, because again, for me, the great villain was a Night King, not Cersei, and now we just have Cersei to deal with. I think it would have been better if they had to fight Cersei first, and while all of that was happening, trying to overthrow Cersei, we could learn maybe more about the Night King, and again, why he existed, his purpose now, his purpose before, and again, why he wanted to kill Bran, because I thought that his reasoning, like Bran's reasoning, of why the Night King wanted him dead was just pretty whatever. He's like, oh, the Night King wants to erase everything about humanity. Yes, but there are still humans at the other side of the ocean, and there are still books and all of that. So Bran isn't like, the encyclopedia of humanity. Like, if he dies, history still remains. So again, that reasoning just wasn't good enough for me. That's very disappointing. And again, Cersei, I don't think like she's such a big of a threat to leave her for the, you know, finale. The North are just like pretty much 10 people now, and Cersei has an army, but they still have at least one dragon. So I think like one dragon has no problem in, you know, just destroying King's Landing. So I don't know. I think it's, I don't know how it's going to play. And again, I don't think it's going to be this huge war, because the North has like 10 people. So how is that going to be a great battle? It can be. It can't be anymore. So it can be another battle. So I don't know how they're going to resolve that. And I don't know, I would have liked it to be different, to just finish the issue with Cersei and then fight the big enemy at the end, you know. But you know, those are just my thoughts. And yeah, I'll see you later in another video. Bye.